Hello there, I'm Ann Vandewater, the creator of the Vision, Courage, Action Manifestation Group. It's a 6-week manifestation and accountability group to help you manifest one of your big visions in your life, one or more of your big visions in your life. And during our groups, you can join us live in Santa Barbara, California, or you can join into the classes via live stream from anywhere in the world. And during our last group, one of my favorite people on the planet, who's one of the participants in the group and one of my students, was with us, and she's here with us today, and her name is Marie. Welcome, Marie. So amazing to be with you here today.
Hi, Anne. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to share with you.
Thank you. So sweet. So we're doing this via live stream right now and creating a video out of it so that you can get a feel of what it's like to join into the classes via the live stream. So Marie, I have a question for you. And that is, when you were doing the group with us, what was the big vision, or what were the big things that you manifested during the course?
Well, I have to say it was an absolutely amazing experience. I intended to do many, many things to manifest a lot. And I realized through the weeks that I needed to pull the reins back a little, but I still was able to make a lot of headway on creating my website, on getting ducks in a row to create my website. I did a lot of work on decluttering my home and workspace, and I was able to nurture and strengthen relationships with my family, my husband and my children, and also friends that I even lost contact with. So it was absolutely incredible for me.
Wonderful. We were so incredible. It was so great for all of us to have you part of the group, because you are a mom, you're a wife, you're a householder, and you have this amazing, thriving business as a yoga teacher. And so to watch you create balance and harmony amongst all those different huge parts of your life was a huge inspiration. So thank you so much for showing us how it's done. And I would love to hear about what your favorite parts of the group were, actually being in the group, or any of the exercises that we did, any of the assignments that you had, any of the people in the group. What were your favorite parts and what were most helpful to you?
Well, I really loved the entire experience so much that I really want to continue it in this year. But I loved the weekly meetings with everyone. And even though I wasn't there physically, I still felt connected, even virtually. I loved the methodology, how you set everything up, having the weekly kind of to-do lists, just breaking it apart versus making it this huge undertaking, making it more feasible and accessible. I loved the vision boards project. I loved the EFT, the tapping. I loved all of it. There wasn't anything I disliked, actually. It all resonated with me intensely. So I think that's it.
Beautiful. And have you continued to do any of the practices? Have any of the practices continued you along with you since we completed the last group?
Well, one thing I didn't mention was the candle gazing that we did, and intention that we place into a precious stone. So I still have my stone that I carry around. I have done little things, not extremely consistently, but I've woven them into my life now as part of my self-love and self-care, which I have continued and strengthened. So rather than it seeming like a new thing and a difficult thing to try a new practice, uh, once I've done it and it resonated, I just kind of weave it into whatever else I'm doing. um, yeah, so I have.
Beautiful. And what was the general feeling state that you had? What were the feelings that you were tapping into that felt really positive for you while you were in the group?
For me, it was trusting myself, tapping into confidence and my own potential that I didn't really see very clearly before. Um, my strengths and tapping into my heart also. Um, yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. And tell me, of course, anytime that we're manifesting something in our lives or we're moving outside of our comfort zone, there are challenges that come up as well. So what were some of the challenges that you faced inside of yourself and also externally with the people and the places and the things in your life?
So definitely the manifestation group and the vision that I created made me really excited and really gung-ho to go for it and do it all. And that's wonderful and amazing, but life is here. So with children, with work, with the holidays, I had many obstacles that came up outside of me that prevented me from completing all of my tasks. Children being sick, um, various things that come up. So I loved your emphasis on course correction, being able to be like, okay, hey, this didn't happen today, but that's okay. It doesn't mean I failed. It doesn't mean I can't do this. Just giving yourself permission to soften a little bit around it and have the bigger vision, but still know that it's okay if it doesn't happen perfectly how you imagined it. And then also, of course, the literal clearing of clutter in my home space brought up stuff because I'm a good collector and stuffer of closets, which is, my external world's in a mirror of my internal world. So, anger, frustration, sadness, these things did arise, but um, just honoring that it's all part of the process. And I love that you pointed out how by working through these emotions, by working through the challenges, gives us courage to move forward. So I felt that was true for me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. That's why I call it vision, courage, action, because
Yes.
when you have a vision, you're going to face things that are really challenging inside of yourself and externally. It's part of the whole dealio. It's totally natural. And that it actually is an opportunity to tap into some of your superpowers that you wouldn't have tapped into had you not gone through the challenge. So one of those superpowers is courage, and that you get this courage to continue to face challenges the more that you face them. And the word courage, as we know, means to have heart. So it's like, a lot of times when you face those challenges, you have to ask yourself, do I really love this? Do I really want this? Did you find that you had to ask yourself some of those deeper questions?
Yes. Like, why am I doing this anyway? Why does it even matter? But it all came back to uh, me following my heart and how important that is for me in my life, because I want to be a positive guide for my children. And if I'm not doing it, how can I teach them that? So for me, that's my bottom line.
That's so beautiful that you know the why you're doing something, because that's so often what drives us. Or if we don't have the answer to that question, then it can stop us when we're trying to create the life of our dreams.
Yes.
So what you said you're really excited to continue on with the Vision Courage Action Manifestation Group, and what are the next visions that you want to manifest for yourself?
So they're basically just expanding on what I initiated last cycle, just continuing to declutter my home space because it's not 100% finished yet, and continuing on with cultivating my website because it's not finished yet either. So it's just moving forward on down the road, continuing to love myself and care for myself, because it's interesting with that. It's almost been 2 years that I've had a daily practice thanks to your guidance. And the more that I love myself, the more that I learn how to love myself on different levels. So I think, oh, I've got it. I've got my daily practice. I'm doing it. It's great. And then I learned, oh, I really wasn't focusing on this area. Or so just continuing that, and continuing to nurture the relationships around me because they're so precious. And without having a support system, a web of individuals around me, nothing else can really happen, and nothing else has the meaning, you know, without that love and support.
Beautiful. And that is one of the main reasons that we do it in a group, and so that we have a whole entire network of love and support around us. And we have our accountability partners each week, and then we have our actual group, and we have our Facebook group where we can share our inspirations and our breakthroughs and our challenges, and we know that we're all in it together. Did you find that helpful for you?
I did enjoy having a partner to check in with each week, and it was nice. It was just short and sweet and quick. It wasn't a huge time obligation. And the Facebook group, obviously, anytime being able to connect with people, it was a really nice way to keep the energy flowing throughout the week, in addition to the weekly hour-and-a-half group gathering.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you. So anything else that you want to share in closing about your experience? Anything that I didn't ask you about?
I don't think so. I just think that if anyone has a spark in their heart of something that they want to create or cultivate and they're feeling stuck or don't have a route, that they really think seriously about Vision Courage Action, because it's a really realistic way to manifest your vision. And one thing I really love about it, in addition to what I've already shared, is that it's self-driven. You're not giving everyone, do this, like follow this eating plan, follow this health plan, follow this organizing method, like so many things promise, especially this time of year, but allowing it to be self-guided, because we learn best and follow best of our own self-knowledge that's already there within us. So that's my last little icing on the cake.
Beautiful, thank you. And that's I got chills when you were speaking, because I was like, yes, because that is, it's we live in a world where we're given so many cookie cutter formulas about how to create a life of our dreams. And my aim is always to support each individual and tuning back into your own internal guidance system. And I just give a kind of a basic formula so that people can do that. But ultimately, we are our own teachers, we are our own leaders, we are our own guides, and deep in the center of our beings, we know what's right for us. And so that is For me, that's like the woohoo, that's what you received from it. That's the greatest gift, because that's sustainable. And when I'm not with you in your presence, or when the group's not with you in your physical presence, then you always know that you have that beautiful guidance system and that love and that support at your very center.
Yes.
Yay. Mhm. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining here with me today, Marie. It was such a pleasure to be with you, and you are such a giant inspiration to me, and I'm incredibly grateful that you are my friend, and that you are my student, and that you are my teacher, and that we're on this journey together, and that it just keeps getting better and better. So thank you so much. I love you and I support you.
Thank you. I love you and I support you.
Thank you. And to all of you that joined us today, thank you so much. And I am envisioning all of your deepest wishes and intentions coming to full fruition. And we would love for you to join us in the next Vision, Courage, Action manifestation group. Check out all the details that are included here with this video. And until we meet again, we love you and we support you. Mwah.